Framelines went on set for the shoot of William Lee's Architect of Chaos.
What? You were expecting somebody else? You have been worshiping men, evil men, who ain't seen nothing yet.
Today we're shooting a teaser trailer for our new film, Architect of Chaos. We're here at Coleraine Avenue in Cincinnati, Ohio. We've got a warehouse that we're going to use, and we have a couple of the stars of the film actually here today to help make this thing come alive. The trailer serves a dual purpose. One, it lets the public at large know that this is what's coming next from William Lee. Secondly, it's going to serve as an entree to the investors in the film, exactly what they're going to get when the film is done. So we're trying to give everybody a little taste of the action and the adventure that's going to be in this film. My film experiences started 1974. We had moved from New York to Ohio. And one summer evening, my sister Carol took us to a drive-in and we saw Bruce Lee. And soon after seeing those Bruce Lee films, I was done. I was hooked, and ever since that time I've been shooting movies. I've shot in every format there is, 16mm, half-inch, digibeta, digital, and now obviously shooting in HD. So one of the older filmmakers who's made the transition into the digital age. We're going to shoot parts of it in southern Ohio, a lot of it in Kentucky. Funny thing that happened a few days ago was we got some interest from some foreign groups. So there is a possibility this may be shot overseas. A portion of it is going to be shot here. The teaser obviously today is being shot here. If you have an idea about a film, go ahead and do it. I know too many filmmakers who come to a certain part of the pre-production process, or even while they're in production, or even in post-production, and all of a sudden they go, wait a minute, I'm way over my head. You really can't do that. You really have to be invested in it, just like anything else in life. Once you put both feet in, you got to take that walk. It may be a bitter end or it may be a great ending, but I don't believe in going halfway. I mean, you really got to commit to it and you just got to do it. Don't start something and just let it go and say you'll get back to it, because it'll never happen. Once you leave something, you in your own personal ambitions and goals, you move on. And that thing is still sitting there, so you don't ever want to do that. Edge Tolerance was a film shot on 16mm. The majority of the film, I mean, it was decent, but you could tell that there was something missing there. But we got it done. It was a feature-length film, it was an hour and a half, and it was eventually picked up by tapeworm video distributors in Hollywood and released around the world, which is another lesson for filmmakers. You don't necessarily have to have the best film to get a release. I mean, there are many things that go into getting films distributed. It did reasonably well. It was a feature that sort of got my name out there. The next film that really got to that kind of level was a film called Code Black, which is our first really big release. That film was picked up by a real distributor, York Entertainment in Los Angeles, and at this point, Code Black is in about 50 countries. It's on Netflix, it's on Blockbuster Online, it's at Blockbuster stores, Hollywood Video, it's all over the world. I haven't seen a lot of money from it, but it's out there, and once again, we were able to achieve what we set out to do. And I think for a filmmaker, that's what's important, getting the thing done. Dark Target was a film we produced last year. Dark Target was based on the Hurricane Katrina controversy. In the film that we shot, we proposed that the government had created an airborne chemical which is basically making people in lower class neighborhoods sort of go crazy, riot, or whatever, creating a state of martial law. Very controversial topic. So it is now available Amazon.com, Amazon Online, YouTube, all over as well. So aspiring filmmakers, they have to avoid the tendency to be discouraged by other experts that tell them they can't do it. Once they started doing digital, editing, Final Cut Pro, Avid, all the little home-based stuff that is truly professional grade, anybody can make a film. A lot of today's filmmakers could really use a couple of months cutting film. I'm sorry, it's crucial to understanding what a filmmaker does, what filmmaking is about, and how editing works. Because when you have pieces of physical film in your hand, you realize how precious every shot that you take is. You know, not to be obnoxious, if you want to be a real filmmaker, get a film camera. Go shoot some film, get it developed, and then cut that film into a coherent piece of cinema. Then I believe you can call yourself a filmmaker. Filmmaking, when you break it down, is like any other craft. You have to learn it from the ground up. You're not going to jump in the first day and do a George Lucas movie. It takes time. Some people catch on easier than others, but I think that if a person has the passion for it, they have the understanding for it, and the stuff they're producing is quality stuff, you can do it. It's just that simple.